just snuck into our window there in terms of the 1 to 25 employees. When we met this client several years ago, it's a family company that had been going along, kind of bumping along and struggling for about 15 years, and then they really hit it off, had some explosive growth. And they quickly went from 8 employees to about 50 over the course of 4 years. That's some pretty significant growth. And their revenue and profits multiplied by about 20 times over that time period.
Yeah.
So coming back to our earlier discussion about cash, all of a sudden there was a bunch of cash coming in pretty quickly. And the founder for this company wanted to have his children involved. And so he had roles for each of the children. The one had been involved with helping through some of the struggles. One came back and joined when things really started to kind of take off, and the third one kind of came in part-time as well. So the challenge he was having was, how do you transition it at that point? You've kind of worked real hard and put in all the blood, sweat, and tears, and he didn't want to go anywhere either. It was a matter of trying to find a role where he could be good to help still lead this thing, and get not only his kids who were involved in some pretty key roles, but we also had some non-family members who were very capable senior executives, to get them all to kind of get along and grow, and at the end of the day, to really give him the confidence that this team could help move this thing forward without his day-to-day involvement in things. And so we got involved to help kind of do that, in order to kind of pull it together to help get this team, a very diverse background team, on the same page. And we used our 7 keys to be able to do that, in order to get them focused on talking the same language, to make sure they're talking about profits.
Wait, you mentioned the 7 keys. Does everyone know what the 7 keys are? Or don't you want to get into them right now?
We can touch on it. If they go to our website at maximumvp.com, and you can look under the 7 keys to success. Real quick, number 1's a vision. Number 2 is a profit plan. 3 is the marketing plan. Then comes the organization plan, number 4, followed by leadership. Number 6 is cash flow and cash forecasting, and number 7 is the presentation and presenting. And so for this piece of it, the vision was a big deal, as well as leadership, understanding what they're all about, and knowing where they wanted to go. Because one of the challenges was, even though this company had really kind of taken off, the founder is one of these guys who looks out 10, 15 years. And he could see that the current model wasn't sustainable from that standpoint, where they would continue to have the same type of level of success if they didn't kind of reinvent things. And so
it's kind of a high-tech industry that required a very short term. You aren't building a big factory here that's going to take 25 years to pay back.
Right.
Yeah, things are moving at an extremely fast pace.
So to make sure that team was well focused and on the same page to drive the day-to-day stuff, and enabling him again to kind of pull out and be more that visionary leader to kind of lay things out. So we spent the better part of a year working with this team to start with, to kind of get them on the same page. Going through all of our 7 keys, starting as we do with most of our clients on that leadership front with the DISC behavior assessment.
DISC.
D-I-S-C, yes.
Yeah, what is
So
DISC?
people fall into one of 4 quadrants. The D's are those kind of dominant, driving, demanding types, which in this case is what the founder was, as was one of his children. The I is the influencer. Those are the folks that are kind of charge of the hill and very, very charismatic. The S's are those steady and stable folks who are great to kind of keep things moving along and very good at putting systems into place, as are the C's, who are those kind of conscientious or compliant folks. So getting an understanding of what your natural style, what most prominent for you, but also seeing the world around you through that, through the DISC, is always a great way to start. And
It is, yeah. That's a very powerful tool, by the way. Very powerful.
So this team seeing themselves from that standpoint was very key. And then getting them from the organization standpoint to be able to sit down and talk to each other regularly, because they were talking a lot, but they weren't necessarily talking at the right times, and be able to just kind of get things organized in a little different way. Because we had, part of the challenge was we had folks that were in different locations. They weren't all in the same physical location all the time. They were there once in a while, but so that always brings up different issues. And if you aren't talking about the same stuff, aren't talking the same language, it can make for even more confusions. So